Right. We'll figure out ADSB. I have a feeling there's too much noise coming in now because the new antenna is a hell of a lot more sensitive by the looks of it. Highly doubt I'm going to get anything on 10 meters on this antenna. It starts at 25 meg. Doesn't mean it's going to be any good at 25 meg. Which I expected that. That's 6 meter. There we go. That's 6 meters. Let's just jump straight to 2. There we go.
Break. Head breaker.
Oh.
M0 IDE, good evening. Is that Chris?
Okay.
Yeah, hi Paul, it's Chris. I've just made it back from work, so to race up here and get on the radio. My news, I haven't done much this week. I've been messing around with building Yagis and building foxes and realising that foxes are far too powerful for the Yagis to realise there's a direction. But that's about it from me.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks for coming up, Chris. You probably won't see you at Radio Club because I know it conflicts with your, I think, scouting arrangements. But yeah, thank you for joining the net, albeit if it's a brief one. No problem with that. Let's pass it round to Ken from G1.
145.
From G1 GSN to G4 YRS. Your way, Ken.
What the hell's Royston?
G4YRF.
Oh, that's...
Good evening, Chris.
That's about right.
Good evening to Ray, I forgot to say that.
That's quite a distance, actually. That's the one I'm on. That's a good distance, that.
No radio. Anyway, that's it for me.
For 2 meters.
Over to G4CEP, and good night all.
From G4CEP. Oh, I heard the making of Chris, but I don't have his call sign. Good evening.
40 miles as the crow flies, that's not bad.
Whether I know you or not, I don't know. But not to worry. Yep, John, who just passed his exam, he's awaiting allocation of his call sign now. He was going to get an email from the...
Hey, there's someone here as well. No. There is someone there. It's very faint. Let's see if I get on it a bit better. Very faint is there. It's nice to actually have a decent 2 meter band. No? What's this? Right. Let's try 70 centimeters because I did get the string repeater, but I don't think they're using it at the moment. What is that? Certainly not the normal page frequency I'm aware of. Oh yeah, satellites. I want the NOAA 19. "57 minutes, that's going to be a good pass. So we'll try and get that. Because if I can get that, this antenna has been worth it. I mean, I should hopefully get something off that. The fact that I was able to pick it up while it was over Russia is a good sign. Let's see if there's anyone in the old walkie-talkies on 446. As there was someone on there earlier. Not anymore. Right, just double check that the airband is working.
4,700 feet, temperature
It's overlapping signals, it's too strong.
013, northeast. Southampton at 1850, wind 030.
And that was like 70 decibels.
Variable between 010 and 070 degrees.
Yeah, it can't cope, it's too overloaded.
0 kilometers or more, cloud, few 4,000 feet, temperature, minus.
Yeah, that's...
-0, QMH1014. South end at 1920, wind 330 degrees 5 knots, Cav OK, temperature 7, dew point 0, QMH1013. Exeter at 1850, wind
Ah, it's still getting overlap.
10 kilometers or more, cloud, few 4,700
I have to drop the signal
feet,
even more. So that's... I was getting that kind of overlap,
06,
and -22 was low enough to stop it on the ScanKing. I've had to go to -15, and I think I can still hear the overlap.
At 1850, wind 070 degrees 5 knots. Variable between 030
Suggest that this has got quite a bit of gain on it, this antenna.
Okay, temperature 7, dew point -0.
I suspect that's why ADSB isn't working as well, because it's picking up too much.
At 1920, wind 010 degrees 2 knots. Cav OK.
I mean, that's 56
temperature 8,
decibel signal noise.
Slammer 360, 468.
128.125. Lovely strong signal. London area control, North Sea. No. Oh, North Sea low being broadcast from either Sud. What?
Left heading 005, 468.
Oh. It's that one, I reckon. North Sea low. Hey, that's not bad pulling in, that is. Right on the west coast of Suffolk. So that's pretty decent, that. Don't get me wrong, they are, yeah, being air traffic control. They will be obliterating the signal.
Logan 22 Lima Whiskey London, good evening to you. Continue on the heading. Class level 280. What's your requested level?
Continue on the heading, climb flight level 280 and 280.
That's Daventry. Hey, yeah.
Thank you. Shuttle 6 uniform,
Daventry, Warwickshire. Daventry's Northamptonshire. Yeah.
Good evening, Channel 2 Victor Mike, flight level 380.
I wonder if I can pick that up. Daventry is literally up the road from me. I'm in the Daventry District Council area.
Descend flight level 300, Channel 2 Victor Mike.
127100 I know is a London one.
Control, very good evening, flight 557, flight level 370, what?
Again from Daventry.
Good evening to you.
I was hearing a mayday, not a mayday call, a medical emergency. They think someone was having a liver failure or something up on the airplane, or kidney failure. They were not healthy. First time I've heard anything interesting on the old air traffic control frequencies. Ooh. Buzzer is near Moscow, isn't it? I can tell you roughly how it is to Moscow. I can get the... it's not Moscow Airport. I think it's somewhere near Moscow. So the buzzer is 1,562 miles away from me. And it's just starting to get dark here, so it'll probably just be fading in. But if I want the buzzer, it is... not here. Something... What the hell is this? Okay. That's a weird signal. That's not normally there. Normally I can get the buzzer really clear. I can get it with like a 30 decibel signal on noise ratio. Let me just double check. I'll be gutted if that's QRM at my end. Nope. They've got the same problem, so it's nothing to do with me. It looks like someone is deliberately trying to... Yeah, look, they're trying to take out the buzzer. That happens more often than not. Yeah. So the buzzer is currently fucked. So it weren't just me. I thought I was getting some QRM at my end, but no, it is their end, or someone's doing something to it. Ooh, let's see how Pimberg RTTY, that's working. I haven't seen the weather facts down here from Northwood in a while. I wonder if Northwood's still on 80-40. Yeah, it is. Upper sideband. There we go. So yeah, that. Wonder if they've shut off the 4610 transmitter. I've not seen it broadcast on 4610 in a while. Oh, this one's on 1900. Oh, I wonder. It's not like I'm switching antennas tonight. Hopefully it's just being a bit temperamental. Because of the west antenna, I've had to, wow. It's the west antenna's balun is in the pole where the vertical antenna is. And I put a new vertical up today. And so I've redone all the top of the pole to prevent it leaking water in. So I was just hoping I've not broken the west antenna. Because I quite like that antenna. It's opened up 17 meters for me, which I never had before. So if I go 17, there we are. Did I stop it? Why did I do that for? Because I'm an idiot. Come on, bounce about a bit. Oh, I know he's broadcasting. What the hell is that doing? That is being really temperamental, that. Oh, CW. Ah, there we are. Some people talking. I wonder if it's Haydu. Ah, that's the American guy.
You get all those people that love the electric stuff, and they buy them, and then because Tesla just laid off a lot of people, and their sales went way down. So I think they basically sold as many electric vehicles as they can for the most part, and now they're having problems selling the rest of them. So I think what I also read was some of the major vehicle manufacturers are cutting back on electric because of that. You probably read the same thing probably.
Just hear the second guy. Tired going up and down all that ladder. Anyway, I was meant to be testing a new antenna. Don't know why I've gone on to HF. Ooh. Is 18 going to have a good pass? 19 is going to be a good pass. Going to be an excellent pass. 19's not even coming. 18's not even coming back. Oh, that's 15. I thought I clicked 18. There we go, 18. 10-day predictions. Might be a decent pass. 2105. And it'll end at 2111. And then 19 will do... 2124. Okay, we'll go for 18 first as the warm-up act. Let's see if we can get anything off it. And then we'll see if we can get anything off NOAA 19 straight after. Problem is, it's going to be dark, so you're not going to really see anything on the picture, which is a shame. But I'm hoping the new antenna should be even better, because it's a little bit taller, so it sticks even better above the roofline. Put it this way, I won't be... I hope I don't end up having any problems with it, because it was a fucking ball ache to get it onto the bracket. Because of all the wires dangling off it and the west-facing speaker wire antenna. I had to sort of pivot it with my wrist. It was fucking really difficult. Oh, yeah. There you go, I gotta get the Bangkok Volmet. Nope. That's a 75. Is that PBB? Yeah, so this one is SDR console. It's, if you're a novice, it's gonna take a bit of getting used to, this main decoder app. Because it is very in-depth. Very, very in-depth. But once you've got it working, holy shit, it's brilliant. Like, the fact is, it'll track the satellites for you and then do the Doppler shift calculations and do it. And it works fucking fantastic. Hopefully, if you're still around in 21 minutes, you'll see it do it. If the new antenna works. I'm hoping it will be. What the fuck is this? Oh yes, the Stalingrad ticking clock's still going. Oh. There it is. Faint, but then again it's... Oh, what's going on with my antennas tonight? Ah, cool. My antennas are being a bit finicky with the grounding. Oh, I hope I've not damaged the ground of the second antenna. Oh, that's going to be a ball ache because I've sealed it all up at the top now. I might have to run a bit of speaker wire out the window and use the multimeter to test it, I think. Let's see if I've got a connection. I should have. Well, I might do that, actually. Because that shouldn't be bouncing like that. Alright. What am I looking for? Cool. I'm gonna just step away from the desk for a second. I'm just gonna put the microphone on mute and the camera off. Bear with me 1 second, because I'm just gonna run a bit of cable out the window to the shield of the second to the west antenna, and then just test the ground spike, because I don't know if I've done some damage to it. I'm hoping I haven't, but I don't know. So what I'm going to do, I will leave this just decoding. I'm not going to be too long. I'll literally only be about 5 minutes. Why is that not decoding? It's not squelched. Oh no, yes it is decoded. It's just taking a little while. Right, bear with me. We'll get rid of that and put that one up. I will get rid of that. Come on, camera. Right. I'm going to be back in about 5 minutes, okay? Right, so I don't know what's causing the noise floor to bounce about a bit, because I've just done a continuity test on the grounds, and both the earth spikes are connected. It's not when you do a continuity test with the connection in here, you get a little bit of a buzz because it's obviously going through an Unan transformer, so it's not like a direct connection, but it is connected and working. So I haven't got a clue why the noise floor is bouncing about like a motherfucker tonight. I thought it might have been the what's it called? The ground. I thought I might have damaged it. I'm glad I haven't, but yeah. So you've just updated your SDR console to 64-bit. Give me a second. My camera's just popping back up. Come on, Logitech software. There we go. Yeah, it should run a bit smoother than the 32-bit. There is a lot of settings you can do. I would recommend there's a cog top right, and on your audio, you can just maximize the buffer, max out everything. When I first set this up, even though this is a bloody powerful laptop, more than enough power to run it. You know, it's a 6-core 12-thread Ryzen 5 with an RTX 3060. But basically, I increased all of the buffers, and that really helped, because when I first set this up, I was getting clicks and popping, and yeah, so I've just got a new antenna today, so I've now upgraded from a ScanKing SE 1500 little scanner antenna, nothing overly fancy, to it was a 500 kilohertz to 2000 megahertz antenna. It was just a jack of all trades, master of none. So I've upgraded it to the SuperScanStick Mark II from Moonraker today. It's a bit longer, so it actually sticks a little bit better above the roof of the house, because it's on a pole out from the side of the house up past the roof line. So this new one's a little bit taller, which is good, and it seems to be a lot stronger. The only downside is it's completely obliterated my ADSB range, because I think it's because it's made everything below ADSB a lot stronger, and therefore putting a lot more noise into the ADSB range. Because I was getting not a bad range with ADSB before. I was actually getting near landfall from Ireland, which was quite good. If I pull up virtual radar, even though it's not decoding at the moment. Let me just fire up dump 1090 with just the default settings. But yeah, my virtual radar isn't working as well as it should do, really. Normally this has like well over 100 aeroplanes on it within a few seconds, so it's struggling. And although the other day it actually got one all the way out in the Atlantic, I don't know how it picked one up out there, but it did. But actually, it must have tracked it for a while, because it isn't just a little spike. I predict the aeroplane must have gone that way and then sort of turned. No, the antenna I was talking about in the last stream. Oh yeah, it was. Yeah. I said I was gonna. I was considering getting it. The reason I've considered getting it is because I've got a. As I said, I've got a little telescopic 25 megahertz to 1300 megahertz for my Malahite. And that thing was amazing. I put that on top of the van on a mag mount, and I was getting a better signal off that than I was off an amplified and filtered ScanKing inside the house. So I figured, rather than... because the ScanKing was the only one I could get at the time. I was right near Thunderpole, which is who made it, and I figured I'd just walk in and buy it. To be asked, was it the right choice? It might have been. It was a good antenna at the time, and I'm not going to get rid of it. It's, yeah, I've just taken it down. I'll figure out something to do with it. But yeah, I just had the 1.2 meter telescopic antenna for the Malahite, and it just performed really well. The test was the Volmet on the what's it called, on airband. I was receiving that so much stronger on the Malahite than I was on my house. It was unbelievable. So I figured at that point I'm going to change the scanner antenna to go for one which doesn't have the HF part, so it can dedicate more of the antenna to the part I'm actually interested in. Because to be honest with you, the ScanKing, while it claimed it could go down to 500 kilohertz, it couldn't even receive Radio 5 live, which it should have easily been able to do. Yeah, look, the flight radar, I've killed its range, but I have a feeling it's because I'm absolutely obliterating it with ultra strong signals from lower down the frequency band. Because I've noticed this new antenna is picking up 2 meter band and 70 centimeter band that little bit better. Talking of that, I want to test that antenna. I don't know why I'm listening to HF on the RSP. Go RTL SDR V4. It's not going to find anything down here. Yeah. Oh, is that not going all the way down? Right, it's just finding noise. That's expected. Because I didn't buy it for HF. Yeah, my back garden one's 42 meters long. But luckily that's just a very thin piece of speaker wire. And that's what that was what made the changing of the ScanKing for the new antenna harder, because it's Balun and it's fed from the top of the pole that the ScanKing lived on. So it made it quite difficult. Desperately trying not to snap the antenna, which I think I've managed not to. Here we go. Oh, nobody's on the 144-900 anymore. Let's mess with the RTL SDR doesn't do very well with its auto gain, I've noticed. You have to really fight with it. Oh. Better get tuned into the satellite. We'll see if we pick anything up. I'm not expecting much because it's coming from, as well, it's going to be flying over very far eastern Europe. What am I going for? We're just going to catch the edge of it. 19 is the one we really want. That's the one that's going right over the top of us. In fact, if I auto-record... Yeah, it's waiting for NOAA 19, so it's not even going to find 18. It's not even going to try and record 18 because it knows it's going to be too weak. turn the gain down. Because when I noticed, when I was messing with it earlier, I noticed airband was coming in at the same time. But we'll see just for now if we get the dee-doo-dee-doo-dee-doo coming in. It'll be interesting to know. It's going to be in 30 seconds. We should hear something. As I said, I'm not expecting much off this one because it's right on the edge. But hey, although, there it is, starting to pop up. Ooh, this new antenna's pretty good. There it is, I can see it. There, look, it's starting to come in. Ooh. That's not bad. To think it is literally going over that Greece and Turkey. So yeah, I shouldn't be receiving anything off it. 19 is the one that's really going to be the test. If I'm going to receive some, if this new antenna is better, we will see it with 19. But the fact that I'm receiving 18, as far away as it is, suggests to me that this antenna might, well, it's quite promising. And I'll show you the Amazon review for it. This is what made me get it. Because this is what I'm trying to do here. So this is the antenna I've now got, the Moonraker one. I didn't pay that. And the review, someone's the weather satellite download. I was like, oh man, I'll have to have that now. Because I haven't got room to be putting up loads of antennas. So I need to try and maximise the ones that I've got. Yeah, the RSP1A that I've got, I really like. All the internal... I would say the RSP1A is the ideal starter SDR. Because it is a case of you plug it into your computer, you download their software, and it does it all for you. It warns you when it's overloading itself. It's got the FM filter and a DAB filter, AM filter all built into it. And it works really well. If I was recommending an SDR to anyone, it would be the RSP1A. I mean, don't get me wrong, the problem is, when the RTL SDR V4 is only 25 quid, asking someone to pay 110 quid for an RSP1A is a bit of a stretch. That's the problem I have at the moment if I was going to recommend an SDR to someone. But that being said, if I'd have gone for the RSP1A, if I'd have gone for the RTL SDR instead of the RSP1A as my first one, I think I might have not bothered anymore. I think I'd have, because it's a lot of fighting to get it to work, if that makes sense. You have to know how to tweak your gains and stuff. Whereas the RSP1A, shove it in auto, job done. Well, I'm quite happy with how this is picking this up, even though we're not really within the range for it at the moment. The fact that that's going quiet and noise cancellation is also working on it looks good. So I'm hoping NOAA 19 comes over and it'll blast it through and it'll just be really, really strong. But yeah, this SDR console, as I said, if you notice, look, it's correcting all the Doppler and everything for me. If I go to the tuner window, you can see the little triangle, the delta. It shows you exactly what it's doing. Yeah, they're a good SDR, but you have to really be willing to work with them. The good thing about them is at this point they're practically open source. Everyone has got drivers for them, and you know, you can use them on Android phones quite easily, and you know, Linux, all of that stuff. The RSP1A does work on the Mac, but you have to use their beta SDR Connect software, which is missing a few features. It's a good bit of software, but it is missing a few features as well. But this is the RTL SDR V4. So how I've got my antennas, I've got the two speaker wire antennas going into a switch, and then they go out to the RSP1A. And then I've got the SSS Mark II going into the RTL SDR V4. I was actually tempted to buy an antenna splitter and pretty much just relegate the RTL SDR V4 to ADSB duty. Literally just buy an ADSB filter, stick it in front of its antenna input, and then literally get us, you know, split the vertical antenna off to the RSP1A and use that for 2 meters and 70 centimeters. But I don't think I need to now. I think this new antenna is enough gain for it to work quite well on the RTL SDR. I mean, this is receiving actually quite well. I've hardly had any fade up until now. Even though it's only a weak signal, it's not been fading in and out like it normally does with the ScanKing. NOAA 19, I'm really excited to get that one over, really. I want to see it come over. But we'll leave this for now. We'll let me get the NOAA 19 track on. We'll there we go. Yes, gone off the Doppler shift now.
Kilometers or more, cloud.
This is the old voltmet I've been testing it with, and that's coming in absolutely lovely now. I actually have to turn the gain down because the rest of the air traffic control guys come over the top of this as well.
2,300 feet, temperature 8, dew point 4,
there you go, look. There's the air traffic controller guy coming over the top. So software used to decode. So software used to decode the weather satellites is something called WX2IMG. I've got that on a second computer, so oh Christ, I need to turn the gain down even more.
1950 corrected, wind 320 degrees 5 knots, visibility 10 kilometers or more.
There you go, that might be better.
1,600
You shouldn't be able to hear air traffic controllers over the top of the voltmet. So I've had to really turn the gain down. Right. So yeah, software I'm using to decode. So basically my setup is the SDRs are plugged into my gaming laptop, and then I feed the analog audio out through a Go XLR mixer into the Stream PC, and then I run all the decoding apps on the Stream PC. That way I don't have to fuck around with virtual cable software and all of that. And then for decoding I use FL Digi, which decodes the weather facts, the RTTY, CW. It does decode PSK and all of that, but I've never successfully done it. For the weather satellite, I'm using WX2IMG. For DMR, damn it, why is that so strong? Alright, I'll drop this. Let me turn the gain all the way down. There you go, 7 decibel. Yeah, that's why I don't bother with it. I'm literally feeding everything through the stream rig. Plus it allows me to tinker with the volume controls. That being said, I did run a Linux live USB dedicated to SDR, and the way Linux handles its sound, you don't even need to fuck around with virtual audio cable. It's built into the mixer. You can go, right, send it to the output and to this bit of software. It works really well.
No cloud detected. Temperature minus dew point 7 QMH1013.
Hey, look. Ah, see if I can decode this DMR. Ah. No DMR decoding then? No? There's quite a few decoders I use. It's taken me a little while to sort of get them all together, but I've got Dream for DRM radio. I've got DSD Plus for DMR, which they're two acronyms that's so easy to get confused with. DRM is Digital Radio Mondial, and DMR is Digital Mode Radio. Yeah, use the second computer. Get yourself a cheap sound card with a line in. That is going to be your hardest problem. Finding a USB sound card with a line in. Most of them have microphone in, but not many have line in. That's why I ended up with a PC Helicon Go XLR Mini. Cost me about 150 quid. They're not cheap, but they're really, really good. All my microphone is being processed through that. I'm only using an El Cheapo 20 quid Steel Series Arctis 1 headset mic, but with the Go XLR, it's obviously processing it, putting an EQ on it and everything else, so it sounds quite nice. My voice isn't that good, but it sounds decent enough. Yeah, look, 150 notes. That's what I'm using on the stream PC. So it's got a line in on the back, which is... Oh yeah, I've been decoding POCSAG. I use PDW for that. Oh, the DMR ain't coming back. You know what? No, it's not worth giving it. Yeah, I might give it 2.5 meg for now. Go on. There we go. Now that allows me to see more of the band. I keep it on 1 because I don't want anything out of the receiving band to be affecting what I'm receiving with the weather satellites. Oh, hello, what's this? Oh, why is it every time I click onto something they stop bloody broadcasting? Wonder if that's just a cool sign of it that the what's this? See, nobody uses 2 meters or 70 centimeters round here. It's garbage. I'm trying to look for stuff to listen to, but yeah, nobody's doing anything. The guy at Moonraker today was like, "Have you?" We were talking about antennas, and I told it, I just receive only. He's like, "Have you never tried transmitting?" It's like, "Nah." Like, why not? I was like, "Well, to be honest with you, I don't want all the pressure of having to do it. To be honest with you, I don't even know what I would say. Plus, I haven't really got the room for all the transmitting equipment. Well, I say that though, you don't need a huge amount anymore. But that being said, I'm not really interested. For me, the game is trying to find long distance contacts. I want to try and receive stuff from far away on antennas that shouldn't be able to do it, if that makes sense. That's always been the fun for me. Oh, wait a minute. That'll be why. 433 was a lot more game. Are you in the States then, are you, Josh? Because in the States, can't you just listen to your police and all that over the internet radio anyway? I know I've listened to the Boston Police Department over the internet, so I don't know if your local one is or not. Ah. Oh, here we go. Satellite will be visible in 2 minutes. This is the one I want. Let me turn the gain down and the auto gain off. We'll go for about 20 decibel gain, I think. Ah, ours went to encrypted years ago. Ours have been on something called Tetra Airwave. You can't, it's all encrypted, you can't listen to that. I don't think you've been able to listen to our police since late 90s, early 2000s. Here we go. This is the satellite I'm going to try and get. We've got... Usually start, or I used to start getting it clearer when it was starting to go over the med. We might get it a bit clearer now on this. I don't know what gain setting to use. Definitely not automatic. I think I might stick at 22.9. That gives me an S0. No. Well, there's two types of Tetra, but the police use encrypted, so it ain't gonna work. And they've not broken the encryption of that yet. I think they came close to it, or they're most of the way. They're partly the way there to break the encryption on it, but yeah, for the most part, the police Tetra is still fully encrypted. Right, it'll start coming in. Right, here we go. Come on. There it is, it's fading in. You know what, I wonder... Problem is, if the gain's too high, the air traffic controllers, I noticed, obliterated it earlier. There we go. I'll go on... If I go 22.9, that gives me... I'll go 25, there you go, that gives me S1 we saw roughly. Here we go. Hopefully this will really kick in nicely in a minute. Or not. Ah, wait a minute. Come on. There we go. Ah, it's better. Drop it down to a meg. Alright, here we go. Yeah, there's probably got to be a way. I just don't know how you do it. No, auto gains too much. Go on. Ah, disappointed now. Ah, still over Africa. Come on. Usually as it starts crossing the med, that's when it starts to really pick up. So I'm hoping... yeah. I don't know, I'm sure there's been boffins trying to hack that for years. Because, let's face it, if you could hack the Tetra for the police over here, the criminals would love you. Come on. Oh, I think my new antenna ain't working. Sure, the ScanKing would have been stronger at this point. No, I'm being harsh. I'm being harsh. There we go. Come on. Once it reaches a certain threshold, the noise cancelling kicks in and really does a good job of isolating it. Come on! You know you can do it. I don't know if this is just the RTL SDR though. Oh, here we go. No. Fuck's sake! It's got to be the RTL SDR. I'm sure the RSP-1A would be performing better at this point. Mainly because it has a good auto gain on it. Here we go. This is how it should have sounded. Oh, look at that picture. It is clearing up. No, 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 don't fade! Ah, bollocks. Maybe I had the gain set too low. Hasn't done fuck all. I'm really pissed off now. I hate it when it feels like hard work hasn't paid off. Shimmying up and down ladders, trying fucking various combinations of filters and stuff. This doesn't sound any better than it does on the ScanKing. But it was picking it up when it was over Russia. Lob. Oh, I don't know. Gotta be the gains. There's got to be. Right, let's just abandon trying to decode a picture. I'm just going to plug the RSP into it and see if that'll work better. Because this is doing my bits in. It shouldn't be that bad. Right, here we go. If I quickly, while it's still in range, stop, select RSP 1A. There you go. As I said, the RTL SDR, the only thing it's got going for it is it's cheap. I mean, that's the RSP 1A on the exact same antenna. Crystal clear. Don't get me wrong, it is starting to break up now, but it is getting further away. It's now over Scotland. But the fact of the matter is, I immediately switched over to the RSP 1A and it was significantly better. What's the RSP with the 3 antenna inputs? Yeah, that's it. I mean, I need the Flamingo regardless of whether I'm using the RSP 1A or the RTL SDR, because BBC Radio Northampton broadcast from only a couple of miles away. It's really strong. Even with an FM filter that knocks it down by 70 decibels, this antenna picks it up with a 40 decibel signal to noise ratio. Right, let's give up on that. Right. So if I go to the yeah, this is BBC Radio Northampton. So this is with, you can still hear it, and that's with 2 FM filters. If I turn the RSP's one off, this is going. Bear in mind, copyright strike anyway, but that 43 signal to noise ratio is going through a Flamingo it's going through a high attenuation FM filter, which supposedly 70 decibels of attenuation. So 70 decibels of attenuation with 43 decibels still. So you're looking at a signal that would have been 110 decibels of signal to noise. I turn the FM notch on. No, that's obviously working quite well now. Yeah, as I said, I like the RSP1A. The RTL SDR, I like it, but it's not good. Well, I guess it's good if you know how to get the most out of it. So I'm going to show you something. So this is, right, here we go. Because it's already plugged into the RSP1A, I'll open up SDR Uno. So if I do ADSB on SDR Uno, let me hit the play button on that and hit start. There we go. Luckily, the virtual radar is set up for both. They both use the same port. Just give that a bit of seconds. Give that some time to get all the aeroplanes in. But this is running off the RSP1A at the moment. I need to reset the receiver range, actually, because it's obviously a new antenna and stuff. It'll pick up some over Wales in a minute, I think. See, this is the RSP1A running with the what's it called? With the ADSB stuff. Which is not bad, to be honest with you. It's not the best range I've had, as you can see. It's missing a load to the west at the moment, but I'm expecting that because this, as I said, I think this antenna is picking up better at the lower frequencies, so putting more noise over the what's it called? The ADSB range. But there we go. There's 68 there. If I now get rid of this, get rid. Unscrew the antenna from the RSP1A and put back into the RTL SDR. And this is where it's going to prove me wrong and make me look like some sort of dickhead. Here's dump 1090. And same virtual radar. And you'll see it's like takes significantly longer and doesn't work half as well. Yeah, they used to be real. I don't know if they still are now, but they used to have a little directional antenna in it. It used to be a loop antenna, and they used to listen for the local oscillator signal on your TV. They can still enforce it as well. If they suspect you're watching TV without a TV license, and it doesn't even have to be TV, even watching any live broadcast, like what would have been a television broadcast, even over the internet. No, actually, no, sorry. BBC stuff. They can get an arrest warrant, and well, they can get a warrant to break into your house and fine you. It's ridiculous. Basically, it's used to pay for the BBC. I think the BBC's great. I like the BBC because it's no adverts. Everything bombards you with fucking adverts, and the BBC is the one bastion that's not advertising. The one sort of safe space where you're not going to get adverts every 15 fucking minutes. And you guys in America get it worse than we do over here. You get fucking, what's that? A minute intro to a TV program, adverts, and then you get the minute intro to a TV program, the opening credits, immediately go to adverts, then you get about 5 minutes of the program, then more adverts, another 5 minutes of the program, then more bloody adverts. I couldn't live like that. I'd do my nutting. I'd never watch it. Piracy becomes every 5 minutes. That is absolutely ridiculous. I mean, the internet's becoming as bad for that with all the adverts. It's absolutely ridiculous. They wonder why people use ad blockers. You know, YouTube, they pump you so many adverts now. If you want to watch my stream with a fucking ad blocker, do it. I don't give a shit because I don't get paid by YouTube. And even if I did, I don't give a shit. You know, I'm not gonna fucking sit here and use an ad blocker myself. And I was gonna consider paying for YouTube Premium, but nah. If they're just because they're being arseholes with ad blockers. You know, I think they're realising the common person is willing to use ad blockers because they're getting fed up with it. You know, because at what point does YouTube Premium then have an ad tier YouTube Premium? You know, like Netflix. You used to pay for Netflix, what, a £10 a month or whatever. Now it's a £10 a month with adverts, then to get it without adverts, it's 15 quid a month or whatever. I know it's not quite as extreme as that, but, you know, that's the kind of gist of it at the moment. You know, like Amazon Prime. Actually, I've not seen any adverts on Amazon Prime yet. They were telling us we're going to get adverts unless we were willing to pay an extra couple of quid a month for fucking, for no adverts. But yeah, my ADSB range has dropped on my RTL SDR. I have a feeling as I'm going to need a filter of some kind. So yeah, it's doing my nutting a bit. And there you go. That's with just the notch filter. This is a speaker wire antenna, and that's with the FM notch filter on. So you kind of need to double up on the FM notch filters where I live. Right, let's stop that. I want to go back onto the RSP1A, the RSP1A RTL SDR blog. I might be tempted by the RSPDX, to be honest with you. Just because of the free antenna connectors. They simplify my setup, to be honest with you. Right. Here we go. We've got some action on 2 meters.
Final from me. Good night. Good luck with the gaming. We'll speak soon. Cheers for now from
G0TBT. G0TBT. Yeah, a lot of these local ones don't ever bother setting up a QRZ page. So, Josh, do you have a license? Can you broadcast, or are you only receive only like I am? Yeah, well, to be honest with you, the wife likes watching TV and stuff, so, you know, we have that, Sky TV, Netflix, fucking Amazon Prime, Disney Plus. See, I watch the occasional thing. Actually, I need to watch X-Men 97, to be honest with you. I mean, I can see why piracy is a thing. And it's getting that way to the point where it would be tempting to just download stuff from the bay again. You know what I mean? Just because it is absolutely fucking ridiculous per month. I suspect, and there's been people trying it, but it's never really taken off, but I suspect what will happen is all of the streaming services, there'll be a company that'll bundle them all together like a cable subscription, and you'll have them all as one. And you'll get a discount if you buy all your stuff as a subscription. All your stuff as a big one-off, a big one subscription. Ah, okay. I don't know what this is. These must be airport beacons or something, maybe. Whoa, 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 whoa. The other thing I do like with the RSP-18 is that 10 meg bandwidth. Being able to just have the entirety of like the 2 meter band in one place. Nobody's broadcasting here. Let's try 434. So I've got to test my antenna and nobody's bloody broadcasting. I don't know. I know we've got a few local repeaters that I can get on, but nobody uses them. It's all dead. I mean, it goes back to that guy at Moonraker going, "Why don't you transmit?" You know. And I'm like, well, I don't even know what I would say. I'd be a bit nervous about doing it, and to be brutally honest, a hobby that I need to do an exam to be able to do and then be heavily regulated, nah, thanks. And then policed by a bunch of old dudes. That? What the hell? How the hell is that coming through? That's got a 70 decibel FM filter on that, and broadcast FM still ended up here. That's absolute batshit. Weirdly enough, it disappeared as well. Anyone using walkie-talkies on 446? Got it. Oh no. Ah, it's just noise. Oh, come on. Stop broadcasting when I bloody click on your signal. Nah, I think the guy at Moonraker's just trying to convince, you know, I think, to be honest with you, they see the hobby dying. There's a DMR signal, but it's nowhere near strong enough for me to do anything with. Yeah, I think they know the hobby's going because let's face it, and I've said this on stream before. I'm nearly 40, and I'm probably the youngest sort of generation that had any kind of where radio was still, you know, a thing, if that makes sense. You know, we were, my generation were the first ones to get the internet, you know, dial-up, you know, MSN and Yahoo chat rooms and stuff. So if we wanted to talk to strangers, we would just do it online. And I think, to be honest with you, that, yeah, I think once people like me stop bothering with it, I think it's going to go. Don't get me wrong, they're trying to get kids into it. There you go then. Yeah, you're 42. I'm 39 in next month. The antenna on the roof, the antenna I've just put up as an early birthday present. So I'm literally 39 in a month's time. But it's the only reason I got the antenna today is because I was doing an early shift at work. I started at 6, so I could finish at like 1:30, 2, so it allowed me to get down to Moonraker and collect the antenna before they collect desk closes. Otherwise, I'd never be able to have done it. But blow the cartridges, yep. Kids nowadays don't know the joys of blowing on the old cartridge. Spoilt, mate. I even had a Sega Mega CD, I did. You know what? Screw it. Let's go down to HF. Oh God, I'm tired. Well, I've been up. I've been up since 4 o'clock this morning, so kind of makes sense. I'm a little bit tired. That was just a repeater beacon. 435 something was. I think it's just a repeater beacon. They beacon out when nobody's using them. That being said, this is a DMR signal just come through. Although I think that's just the identification signal because it's not a transmission. Right, let's see if the buzz is available yet. There you go. There's your buzzer. Good. Oh, where is he? Where's my... Yeah, I love this station. It's fucking hilarious. I love this station. This is the Overcomer Ministry. The guy's long dead, but they still broadcast his reruns of his show. He's like proper angry American god botherer dude. Had a cult. Sex offences, all of that shit. Proper cultist. Ah, yeah. I can decode DRM signals now. if I do that and then do that, look at that, TDF.
Donc du coup, nous, avec le peu qu'on gagne, on fait un effort d'aider, parce qu'il y a des étudiants qui sont à Kinshasa, mais leur famille, c'est loin dans les provinces, donc ils sont seuls à Kinshasa, donc des fois ils manquent quelque chose et ils viennent vous chercher. Et tous ces jeunes-là, on les aide avec le peu qu'on a. Donc il y a par exemple devant chez moi, chaque matin, il y a des mamans handicapées qui viennent avec leur bébé. Donc tu es obligé de faire quelque chose.
There we go, Digital Radio Mondial. I've only just been out of learning how to decode this. I've never been able to code a DRM radio signal before. I've been able to code DMR, but it's the first time I've been able to code a DRM
Et là, c'est
digital signal.
une chanteuse, Jennifer Just, en featuring avec George, donc deux artistes capverdiens. Le titre c'est Tricalon du Drapeau, voilà. Qui veut dire rester loin de toi, donc c'est plutôt, tu sais, quand il y a la tentation, tu sais que c'est pas bon, mais tu dois quand même y aller.
Ce qui tente, c'est ce qui attire.
Voilà.
Yeah, so it took me ages to figure out how to decode it, and it's because it's a wide upper sideband, so it looks like it's the same width as an AM signal, but it's not. It's 10 kilohertz upper sideband. And yeah, it's only because this SDR console. Oh gosh, I'm really feeling it now. It's only because this SDR console app has multiple different. It took me ages tinkering. So I tried AM, didn't work. So if you go AM, it's gonna drop now. Look, there you go. So if you go AM, and I'll open it up. You should. Yeah, that's AM. Then you got SAM, which is the synchronous AM. And you think, oh yeah, you're getting that. Nope. And then I tried ECSS, which is the exalted carrier single sideband. And then I noticed it was half decoding. If I expanded it out, I noticed with ECSS, as you see in the top corner, it was starting to decode it. There you go, look, it's got it, but it can't fully decode it. And then I just clocked it at the bottom, because you've got normal upper sideband, but the maximum you can go is 4 kilohertz for an upper sideband filter. So you can't decode it there. But this app has wide upper sideband, which gives you 10 kilohertz. There you've got your decoding. And that was a lot of fucking tinkering trying to work that one out. I have spent absolutely ages getting frustrated and never ever been able to go to DRM signal. I thought the Dream app was crap. I thought it must just be that then. But no, Dream app works absolutely perfect. I just did not know how to. The other problem is these digital signals also look and sound very similar to things like FSK, which is military and stuff use. It turns out, yeah, this is basically, it's very experimental. There's not many DRM stations about. Give me a second, let me turn the screen recorder down. That's better, you should be able to hear me now. Over the bloody French. But yeah, basically, there's DRM was basically the equivalent of DAB, but for long wave, medium wave, short wave. They were planning to sort of roll it out worldwide, but I think the reason they didn't is the cost of the hardware was extremely expensive. And they're still experimenting with it, really, because DRM travels such a long way. And obviously it's, you know, the old skip propagation and all of that. They were still experimenting with it, but yeah, this is effectively a DAB signal. So, but just a much lower bit rate. We're looking at 8 kilobit per second mono AAC, whereas DAB in the UK, DAB plus is, I think it's 32k stereo AAC now. That's, yeah, I've heard, I know you got the HD radio, and then you guys in America do Sirius XM, don't you, a lot? The fucking, most of your cars over there have a satellite receiver in the roof, don't they, for Sirius? See, this TDF DRM only broadcasts for about an hour a night. As I said, it's purely an experimental signal. But this is why I've also got the Go XLR as well. So how I've got this now fed is I've got the audio that's being decoded by the stream PC separate, so it goes into OBS separately, which is why, oh, I've accidentally left the digital noise on, sorry about that. So I've got the digital audio separated now, so the line in is going into the Go XLR. And normally how it works is it combines the Go XLR handles the microphone, as I said, but it also combines the line in from my laptop and the audio from the stream PC into one headphone output. So I've got them both as one input. But what I can do is I can selectively mute. So I've got it so the digital signal is muted to my headphones, but it's still going through the Go XLR, because obviously if I can't feed the digital signal through, then the app won't be able to decode it. So basically the digital signal's still going through the mixer, but I can't hear it because I've muted it for myself. And obviously because it's going separately into the OBS, I can switch it over. So there's the raw digital signal, and there's the demodulated audio. So I can switch them around. So it's if you're gonna use a second computer, get yourself a good little mixer like the Go XLR. Well worth it. Worth every penny, because it allows you the flexibility to selectively mute the signal that you don't want to hear. So I only want to hear the demodulated one. I don't want to hear the. So I want to get rid of that out of my ears so I can hear the demodulated one. Whereas with a standard line-in sound card, you're going to have both. Anyway. Yeah, same. It's taken a while for our cars to really move on to DAB. I think it's only been in the last 5. DAB's been around for years, but I think realistically, it's yeah, DAB as a factory fit to cars as standard has only been around a little while. Because I know my 2015 plate work van had an AM FM radio. I think DAB was a optional added extra. But the my 2020 plate one that because I've changed jobs recently, and the 2020 plate van I've moved into has it as standard. So yeah. There's the Volmet from... I'm trying to get the Australian Volmet signal. Oh, there you go. Is HDFM AM a new thing or not? Like, is satellite radio newer or is HDFM AM newer? Because when I was out in America in 06 with the Navy, I think XM was a big thing over there. I think all the I remember seeing the taxi drivers having it. So I know that's been around a good few years. Right, the Australian Volmet should kick in on the hour. I don't think I'm going to receive it. And if both, do they come out roughly at the same time then? So what is the HDFM? Is that a case of you tune into, say, a standard analog FM station, but if you've got a receiver capable of handling it, it'll decode a much higher quality digital version of the same station? Or is it like DAB, where nestled in between existing FM broadcasts, you've got multiplexers which have a handful of stations on them? Ah, so it's the, basically, the FM station just upgraded and better sound quality then. That seems like a waste of bandwidth, that does. No, unless it's using such a minuscule amount. Oh, here we go. I'm not hearing the Australian lady. Oh, stop jumping about with the signal, you bastard thing. No. Bloody hell. There we go. I don't know why my noise floors my signals and my noise floor are jumping about like mad. I don't know if my RSP1A's on the way out. Hope not, I've not had it that long. It's done this a couple of it's done this in the past, and then it settled down for a while. I don't know what's causing it tonight. See, there's a massive DC spike in the middle of that chart there, so I ain't got a clue what that is. I don't think my antenna's knackered. But that being said, it shouldn't be doing that. Yeah, look, that is absolutely knackered. Let me disconnect all my let me disconnect everything a second and see. I can't work out what that is. I know the grounds are connected. Everything is grounded correctly. Yes, I did hear about some states having a 911 outage. Weren't it hacked or something? Didn't someone hack it and take down a server farm somewhere? From what I can gather. It was quite big though, because they were saying this is the danger of potential Chinese state-sponsored hacking or foreign state-sponsored hacking. So I've just disconnected all my antennas and just seeing if there's any static in the system somewhere, maybe. Because I have been messing around with the antennas, so, well, with the west antenna, because that, as I said, that the balance for that is in the pole of the vertical antenna, so which is now the SSS. Which reminds me, I need to. Ah, you live South Dakota, do you? Ah. Right. Right. Plug everything back in and see if it starts bloody working again now. I don't know. See, we've only ever had a test alert. We've never had any real alerts. You guys get alerts for a lot of things though, don't you? Like if there's like missing kids in the area, don't you get all that stuff on your phones as emergency alerts? You know, we've got missing kid in the area, keep an eye out sort of thing. Right, that's connected, that's connected. Because we tested our emergency alert system and it didn't go very well. Our emergency alert system found that half the phones didn't go off. One network's phones didn't work at all. Then everyone just took the piss out of it because they're like, oh, we're just trying to be like America. We don't need a fucking emergency alert system on our phones. We don't care. Sort of thing. Haven't you guys, I know, I'm sure it's been something. I don't know if it's been, I don't think it's been recently. But I'm sure. In fact, no, I know it has been recently with the emergency alert text message system. I'm sure, was it Hawaii or something maybe? They all got an alert saying a North Korean nuclear missile was coming over. Hottest governor in the country. Which one's that? That's not that black woman who's embezzling all the money out of it and going, oh, you can't convict me of embezzling, it's racism. Or is that New York? Oh, I don't know where. I've seen her coming up on Twitter a lot. Right. There we go. That gonna work? Ah, that's a bit better. Christy Noam. Ah, now I've got to have a look. You trolling me? If I'm gonna Google her, it's not gonna be Rick Astley or something. If I can spell her name. Oh yeah, she's got a bit of a MILF vibe about her, hasn't she? Although there, she looks a bit like Melania Trump almost. The old fucking harsh jawline and long hair. But yeah. I tell you what, if she weren't such a mentalist, who's got the old MILF vibe in your government, is the old, that Lauren Boebert, or whatever her name is, the gun nut. If she weren't such a nut job, I'd give her the old Hulk smash. She's got cracking tits. Oh, I say it how it is, I don't give a shit. That's weird. My antennas are performing... Ah, something has gone wrong here. That shouldn't be doing that. They should not be doing that. That is frustrating. I do not know what is going wrong with these antennas tonight. I don't know if it's just the RSP-1A. It could just be that being stupid. Oh! I'm on 10. Well, Lauren Boebert's going to be the next vice president. No. No, I can't believe that. Or you mean that Christy Noam? Aha! I think 10 megahertz of bandwidth might have been a bit too much. Ah, yeah. Is she Republican, is she? I didn't look. Oh, yeah, Republican. Wow, all our politics are all over the place, but I don't know. You reckon Trump might get in again? I mean, I don't see how. Kilo Charlie 2 Papa Charlie. Kilo Charlie 2 Papa Charlie. I mean, I don't. Will he be able to? Well, that's. I was gonna say, I don't know if he'd be able to even run, would he? Because of all this criminal stuff going against him. But you know, the people love him. I think if they didn't let him run, as much as I hate. Well, saying that though, I actually made a joke years ago when Donald Trump first became president. Everyone on Twitter was having a meltdown and crying about, oh no, Donald Trump's got to become president. And yeah, they're all having a they were all having a meltdown about it. And I jokingly put a tweet out and went, don't worry about it. You guys have a habit of offing presidents you don't particularly like. And then I thought, actually, I better delete that just in case I ever want to go to the States. I don't want the Secret Service going, wait a minute, did you advocate for assassinating the president? Nope. It just says you lot have a history of killing the ones you don't like. Oh, is this Haydu in Brazil? Yes, Haydu, I recognise his voice. This is who I was looking for on 17 metres, that's why I was here. Yeah, there you go, in Brazil. Saying that though, your politics over there, well, our politics is shite. Your politics is shite. All politics are shite. I don't vote, I never have. Actually, no, I lied. I voted once in my life, and that was for the EU referendum. And I voted to leave the EU, and it was simply because the government were telling us we need to stay in the EU, so I went, fuck you, I'm going to vote to leave. You're telling me to do one thing, I'm going to do the opposite. Mainly because the main reason for me voting to leave the EU is getting fed up with the government's blaming everything on the EU. I think that's pretty much everywhere, isn't it? All this bias and shit. But yeah, with regards to I lost my train of... Yeah, the EU stuff, yeah. As I said, for me, it was just constantly seeing on the news the government trying to do something and then going, yeah, we can't do it, the EU Court of Human Rights are banning us, or, you know, we can't do it because the EU law. I was like, well, there you go, we're now not in the EU. If you fuck up, it's your own incompetence, you can't blame anyone else. That was my reasoning. The government was shite and blaming it all on the EU. It's like, well, you haven't got the EU to blame anymore, have you? To be honest with you, the whole thing's a joke at the moment. Life, politics, people in, you know, society in general. Boris Johnson? Yeah, fucking retard he was. Well, I say, he came across as a bit of a retard, but I reckon he was secret. He knew what he was doing. Like, in terms of his own self-gain. I don't think he knew how to run the country. I wouldn't trust that guy running a fucking McDonald's. But, he knew how to milk the system to line his pockets. Do you know what I think is bad in politics? Lobbying. And so in America, you've got lobbyists, obviously rich people and companies who pay politicians. And over here, we have donors. So, like, the Tory party will have... Holy shit, his signal just got strong. Yeah, so over here, we have... Our political parties have donors. And I think, no, you should not be able to... Private business people and companies should not be able to donate or pay off a politician, because they're never going to be impartial, are you? If I don't know, say Tesco was a huge donor to the current government, you know, the political party, then they're going to get their favours, aren't they, when the laws get made? I think what needs to happen is, so over here, I think, like, there is like election laws and stuff. You can't spunk stupid amounts of money away on, like, your election and stuff. There is rules with that, but you do then have donors which pay for election campaigns and stuff. And I'm pretty sure it's the same with you guys over there. You know, fucking Donald Trump's fucking election campaign brought to you by, I don't know, Miller Lite or something. But yeah, over here it's the same kind of thing. And I just think, well, you're literally just buying off politicians at that point, and it shouldn't be allowed. I think the central government should have a fund allocated for the election for political parties to do their canvassing. And once they've exhausted that fund, that's it. You can't do any more. You use that fund how you see fit, but you're not allowed to seek external donors or anything like that. I think the minute you... Well, that's the big problem over here. We had the corrupt PPE thing in the old COVID, and they were trying to get masks and gowns for everyone. And it's still in the news now, and obviously that was COVID time. But basically what was happening was our NHS didn't get half the equipment they needed because the Tory party fucking paid their mates off to be... Their mates set up PPE companies. Suddenly, their mates got loads of PPE companies, and all they were doing was getting substandard shite from China that wasn't fit for purpose, and selling it at a massive markup, and earning millions from it. There's one at the moment that a Tory lord or lady, Michelle Mone, she ran an underwear company as far as I'm aware, but then she got a PPE contract in COVID. Suddenly, you know, what are you going to do? Wear a fucking pair of knickers on your face? Or as you Americans call them, panties. You know, fucking, that's your new face mask, is it? But yeah, she ended up with millions of taxpayers' money for PPE, which there was loads of it, but it all had to be destroyed. It wasn't fit. It didn't meet all the safety standards. But she made her money and you know, got her own yacht and stuff like that. And you know, there's calls for her to try and have to pay it back, but you know, it's corrupt. Government politics, all of that shit is corrupt at the moment. I mean, look at Russia. You know, you got the dictator Putin. You know, there was a democratic election. You know, he gets in with like 90% of the vote or whatever. Yeah, that's not really democratic, is it? You know, Putin's going to be there until he dies. And it, you know, it's just, you know, nowhere has good politics. People are corrupted by power. Realistically, what you need is a good working class politician. Nobody born... And there needs to be age limits. I mean, what's Donald Trump, like 80? And fucking hell, Joe Biden's a fossil as well. That guy's fucking looks like he needs to be in a fucking nursing home. I don't mean to be rude. I mean, I wouldn't trust him with a fucking game of battleships, let alone the nuclear fucking codes. Oh nah, I couldn't do with the old social score. Japan's probably the place to live if you want to go somewhere, but yeah, it's just, yeah, oh Biden. I've seen the latest videos of him as he gets off the plane, and he just looks like a honestly, when the way he walks, he kind of reminds me of Ozzy Osbourne sometimes. You know, when he's all, Ozzy Osbourne smacked off his tits, like, Karen! You know, fucking near Joe Biden. Kamala! But there needs to be an age limit. You can't have fucking 80-year-olds being the fucking leader of the entire country. I mean, at that point, they're fucking starting to go senile and shit. You know, he'll wake up in the night having a dream thinking China's fucking nuked New York and fucking launch a fucking nuke. No, China hasn't, no. You just dreamt it. I mean, I don't know it's ageist, but you do have to retire. You know, the retirement age is what, late 60s, 70s? I mean, by the time I get to retire, they keep up in the retirement age. I'm literally just going to I'll literally finish work on the Friday and climb into my coffin on the fucking Monday. By the time I get to retire, they keep up at the age range on that. I think it's 67 at the moment. It used to be 65. It's 67 at the moment, and I think they're wanting to up it to 71. As I said, at that point, I may as well just quit work and get into the grave. He should be, you know, that's what I mean. What I've seen of Joe Biden lately, I mean, 3 or 4 years ago when he first got elected, he looked a lot healthier. Lately, he looks like he is not good at all. He looks like he should be in a nursing home. Maybe not in a nursing home, but maybe at home with his family around him looking after him. you know, he doesn't look right. He definitely doesn't look like he should be the leader of the country. But on the flip side, nor does Donald Trump either. I don't mean to be horrible to... I mean, both choices are shit. If, you know, it's the case of who's the best of a bad bunch. The same over here. You know, Rishi Sunak is an absolute idiot. He's fucking... Again, he's only in it for himself. Why would a millionaire want to lead a country for a salary of like 120 grand? What was that? 200 grand a year? The guy's fucking loaded. His family are like billionaires, or his missus' family are. The only reason he wanted to become Prime Minister is, again, so he could fucking make it so his family has to pay less tax. Become the Prime Minister, change the laws, and now your money and now your family's minted. But yeah, as I said, the politics are shite at the moment, really. It's just... They need to bring some young people. As much as I hate to say it, they need another young... I know a lot of people are going to call me out on this one, but they need another young guy like Barack Obama. At least he had some charisma about him. You know, people might not agree with his politics, but at least he... yeah, another JFK. JFK, Barack Obama, they had charisma, and they were liked by, you know, they painted a picture of a strong America, you know. Much as I hate to say it, you know, the last American president that looked like they did anything decent was Obama, when they're all sitting around that desk after killing Osama bin Laden, dumping his body at sea. You know, you see all your military leaders all around the table going, yeah, we got him. And then suddenly you get the fucking porn star shagging fucking octogenarian nut job with a dodgy barnet, and then a fucking dementia patient. I mean, it's mental. But then that being said, we had Captain Floppy-head Mr. Brexit dickhead, who's fucking come in, ruined the country with a shit Brexit deal, and then fucked off and lined his pockets. Then we get fucking Liz Truss, who's fucking... Let's not tax the rich, and then they can fucking feed it down to the rest of us. Yeah, that's gonna work. The rich's tax breaks are gonna just go to the Cayman Islands, aren't they? They're not fucking gonna be fed back down to the country. And likewise, everyone else thought so as well, and the economy fucking went down the pan. Shortest lived Prime Minister going. I think she lasted about 30 days. And then now we've got unelected Rishi Sunak, an Indian who's fucking got rich Indian fucking family who stand to benefit quite a lot from rule changes and government contracts and shit. Never been elected, fucking hasn't got a fucking clue. I wouldn't trust that guy to govern his way out of a fucking paper bag. Guy couldn't organise a shag and a brothel, do you know what I mean? Oh, well, actually, did I check the satellites again? Oh, 18 in 10 minutes. Is that going to be a good trace? Ooh, yeah, 18 might do quite well. Alright, we'll go for 18 then. I'll try and crank the gain up a bit louder. Sorry, I don't like, a bit of a rant about politics. While we're listening to old Hey Do in Brazil chatting away. I'm not even, you know what, I'm not even, yeah, that's it, yeah, we're basically all fucked. You know, what does the average guy do? Can't do fuck all, mate. And this was meant to be a stream about my antenna. And it turned into fucking slating politics. I don't know what is going on with my antenna though, why the noise floor keeps jumping up and down. I know that's bugging me a bit. It's done this before and then it's sort of settled down and it's been fine ever since, but I have messed with the speaker wire antenna, the west one today, and it's being stupid. Let's see if I can find some of your countrymen, Josh. Nope, he's not one of your lot. The Americans and Canadians normally hang around, yeah, on the 20 meter. Nah, it's all good, mate. I don't mind chatting about shit. You have to be careful though. Everyone gets offended nowadays. Honestly, everyone gets offended because it pays to be offended. Because if you get offended, you can write a blog about it or make a TikTok. Or fucking make a YouTube video and then the advertisers come and pay you. I swear people aren't as offended as they actually... They just pretend to be offended. Where are the Americans? The fuck was that? What the hell is that? Whoa, this is a weird signal. What's that? What in the hell? Has it stopped now? It's not a slow scan TV signal. See that bouncing's doing my nutting. I think the auto gain on my RSP1A might be broken. Let me turn auto gain off. See if that's the issue. Nope. I don't know what the hell's causing this. Right. As much as I don't want to do this, I'm going to try the RTL SDR down at HF and see if that's being stupid. Although the RTL SDR isn't the best at HF, but yeah, we'll see. Right, let's select the radio, RTL SDR V4. It might be, but it's all over. It's all over HF. I can't figure out what it is. Yeah, this is meant to be a HF capable. So I've just connected the speaker wire antennas to the RTL SDR, and they're clearly not doing anything. The less SDR console here isn't able to do it in HF. The RTL SDR V4 should not need the up converter. Let me try SDR sharp 14105. 14105. See? There's nothing on 20 meter ham on the RTL SDR. What is... It's quadruple sound. See, I don't know how you would do the, how you do... No direct sampling don't do fuck all. Speaker wire antennas are definitely connected. The RTL SDR V4 can do HF. I don't know why it's not working. HF mode bug. That's not good. When was that posted? 2023. It looks like then. Yeah. No, I don't know what's causing that. That'd be the easiest way, actually, for me to test. I don't know why I didn't do this in the first place, why I bothered plugging into the, what's it called? I have another radio here. I have another radio, and we can see if it's antennas or RSP1A. I think it's RSP1A being stupid, personally. I think it's telling me it wants me to buy an RSP Duo. Do it. Buy more radios. No. Right, here we go. Let's have a look-see. If I do... Give me a second. Nope, that's the external radio button. Right. Let's unplug this. Oh shit, we need to get the satellite, don't we, again?
Satellite is visible.
Ah shit, satellite is visible. Right, let's get the RTL SDR plugged in. The bias T is on the RTL SDR, actually. I'll test out. Stop that. Right, let's get... God, I'm too late, Too busy faffing with radios. Right, RTL SDR V4. Turn that on. Get the SDR console apt. There we go. Might just leave everything set to automatic and see what happens. Right. Oh god, why is that not finding it? There we go. Record. Record. Why is it waiting for NOAA 18? Oh, it is NOAA 18. No, I've only got the V4. No. So that bounce that I was seeing on the RTL SDR V4, not the RTL SDR V4, on the RSP1A, that is also present on the Malahite as well. No, satellite's 40 kilohertz wide, it has to be 40. I've left everything to automatic now, see if that does anything. I don't know what that is. There's got to be some sort of static between the antennas, or I don't know. Unless one of the balance is knackered, but then it seems to be affecting both. Coming in though. Probably not going to see much because it's pitch black outside. Oh, that's clearing up nicely actually. There you go, that's cleared up nicely, that has. I was hoping this antenna would be a little bit better. I mean, it probably is. It could also be that I'm overgaining it as well. Damn it. I was trying to set the time, but I missed it. Set the time on the Malahite and trying to synchronise the seconds with the PC. Here we go. There we go. That's almost perfect now. There we go. It's done whatever it's... The signal's obviously clearly strong enough now to get it to clear right up. This, even though it's so close to the house, it's classed as a not visible pass. So I don't. I'm assuming it must be pointing its dish elsewhere, or camera, or whatever it's. That's coming in nicely. Look, you can see clouds. This is what I wanted to see earlier. I do think the RSP-1A is the better option. The RSP Duo is just so fucking expensive. I wouldn't mind a Duo, to be honest with you. Not Duo, RSP DX, isn't it? It's like 209 quid. I had that when the taxi drivers in America showed me theirs. Like, fucking hell. Bear in mind, I was in the Navy, so I've already handled weapons at that point, so... So this is coming in quite nicely, but it's had that break in it, look. It's just separated, look. It shouldn't be doing that. So I don't think it's going to be able to process it properly. I will see. Because actually this is recording it as a WAV file, so we might be able to do it. Don't know what's going on with my antennas though, why the noise floor is bouncing up, and that's on multiple, that's on the Malahite as well. I'm wondering if, oh, I hope I haven't damaged my antenna. I don't think I have. I don't know why I would have. be shit. Look, there's a picture of clouds. It's coming in cloudy. Good. I mean, that's holding on to that signal quite well. And look at it, it's well above Scotland now. It's halfway to fucking Iceland at that point. Yeah. But then again, as much as we don't have guns, we also don't have mass shootings on a daily basis either. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying our country's great. You know, we have knife crime and stuff, you know, but we don't have kids going into schools shooting them up. Last time that happened, they outlawed the handguns over here. Then again, over here, the guns were never that ingrained in our culture, whereas in America, there's big parts of it where the guns are really, you know, it is so American culture. I think if you lived in America and didn't own a gun, there's something wrong with you, isn't there? Personally, I'm not the biggest fan of them. I tried. I've used an SA80, and that, to be honest with you, shite. I hated having to use that. It's a ball ache. Yeah. As said, it's society now. I think since COVID and the TikTok generation is really. Ooh, well, I've got the 1A, and I don't know really. The DX with its 3 antenna ports would suit me quite well. So I'd put one of the speaker wire antennas into the BNC port, which goes up to 200 megahertz. Then I'd put the ScanKing and the not the ScanKing, the ScanStick and the what's it called? The other speaker wire antenna into the other two. And that means I could get rid of that switch box out of there. But the 1A is very good, but at that point the 1B has superseded it. The 1B is the 1A with an extra filter in it. And it's about 10 quid more expensive. The RSP 1B is a bit better now. Oh, hello. Oh, hello. I was trying to do something. Did it get anything off that? Because it's dark as well, that don't help. My mate's got the hack RF. I thought about maybe getting one. I don't know though. Hey look, hey look, you can see the clouds. Look, it worked. It got some pictures of clouds and shit. I mean, there it is. It's grainy, but look, there's the country superimposed. And look, there's the clouds going off over Sweden and shit. See, this is better when it's during the day, really. Oh, look, it corrected it, look. It corrected the line. There's the raw, look. Ah.
Not feasible.
Is that the one I got during the day? No, it is, isn't it? Yeah, I sort of got half of it during the day. But it actually looks pretty good. Where was it? Hey, the fact that I got something off that. Yeah. I think maybe the RSP 1A next time. The problem is with the step up to the DX is just too much. It's like they want it, look, 92, 105, 214. Oh no, it's 171 for the DX. Okay, maybe not that bad then. Two antennas. Ah, yeah. Da-da-da-da-da. Ah, yeah, that. Yeah, I don't know. Well, I'm hoping that, as I said, my new antenna is going to work a bit better. It pokes a bit higher up above the roof now, so it should be better. That's with the auto gain on, so that clearly got something. 19 won't get anything, I know that. Actually, I haven't had a message from the wife to tell me she's coming to bed yet. I'm assuming, yeah, 19 is going to be too far to the west. But in 3 minutes, I'm going to see if we hear anything off it. I don't think we're going to, but we'll have a look. I'll get the WX to image open. The Duo looks like it'd be quite good, actually. I was waiting for the number 18. Now I'll manual record if 19 comes in. Update Kepler's. See, I have the 1A because the 1B wasn't. Annoyingly, I bought the 1A and was it a week, 2 later, the 1B gets released. I'm like, you're fucking kidding me. Really? But at that point, to be honest with you, the 1A's been great. I don't know what is causing that bounce on the signal. I really don't. I'm hoping it's not the antenna swing. I mean, it does settle down, but it's something seems to be just off with it all.
Satellites will be visible in 3 minutes.
I'll be interested to see, because this is quite far out to the west. And west, my antenna's more east facing for the most part. Oh dear. Oh, back to the RSP1A, back to its antenna. Yeah, that's it, that's it.
Satellites will be visible in 1 minute.
The wife will be up in about another 10-minute time. So, Might be able to see if we can get anything off this one. Oh, I've got a someone with acrylic letters in their name has just subscribed to me on YouTube. Thank you. So I'll just refresh my emails. And Robert Sutherland, thank you for the subscription as well. I don't know if you're watching at the moment, but just seen the emails. Yeah, I don't know what to do with it really. I don't know whether to just get rid of take the RTL SDR out of the equation and then just get a triple antenna splitter and just keep the RSP1A. But it would feel like a waste of the RTL SDR V4. I mean, it can receive something, but it's just, I don't know. It's bugging me with how much better the fact. Let's do it quickly. We've just received 18, which was a real good pass. Let's see if 19, which is a worse pass, which is further away. Let's see if that comes in better on the RSP1A. Let me just get that connected and we'll see. I don't know if it will. I might do, you know. Right, here we go. So if I select the radio and go RSP1A, so it's the same antenna. I've just put the, yeah, look, straight in on that. I think it can handle the gain the scan stick there. And look at that, really good already. Let's have a look, and that's from a bit further away as well. Let's go manual test and see if it picks anything up. I mean, as I said, I'm not expecting this one to work as well because it is all the way out to the west. It's like middle of the Atlantic at this point. But the fact that the RSP1A is picking it up, and actually picking it up quite strongly as well. I mean, we've got an S7 noise floor, but an S9 plus 16 signal. Oh man, now I want to get another SDR. I want to get another RSP. Actually, I don't even know if you need to get an RSP. I could just get a triple antenna switch instead. Just use the RSP1A. Fading because it's exactly southwest. Yeah, this is expected. This signal is here. I'll probably get it back. There it is. I think what I might do is I might get an antenna splitter, an antenna switch, and an ADSB filter. And then that way I can split the scan stick, have an input going into the RSP-1A, which I can use for decoding the weather satellites and all that shit, and then just use the RTL SDR just for the aeroplanes, and hopefully with an ADSB filter it'd have enough gain to absolutely hammer it with signals. I think that might be the best case. I think the fact that the RSP-1A is performing, and don't get me wrong, it's not gone as good as NOAA 18 was a minute ago, but NOAA 19 is miles away. NOAA 18 passed pretty much right over the top of the house. And yet the RSP-1A signal appears to be better. I just need to get to the bottom of why that noise floor is bouncing about. The RSP is way better. It is better. As I said, with all the notch filters and stuff, it is a lot better. What I really need is a variable attenuator. Something where I can attenuate the signal on the lower frequencies and then lower the amount of attenuation as I go up. Because DAB, with this antenna setup I'm using now, because it's got so much gain, DAB just gets overloaded. There's too much and it can't handle it. So an attenuator that will attenuate it much lower down, but then as you go up the frequency you can turn a knob to lower the amount of attenuation. That'd be good. The Malahite has a 30 decibel attenuator built into it and manually control it. Brilliant. So if you're on the FM band and you need to attenuate it, you can. Yeah, this isn't picking much up, but it is, to be honest with, that's not a surprise because it's in the middle of the Atlantic, to be honest with. Let's have a quick look at 2 meters before I go. Fucking hell. Wow. Give me a second. Here we go. This will be a good A-B comparison.
Okay, Jules. Anyway, you're making the trip clean and green in the cabbage patch.
Right.
Don't worry about it. Yeah,
So this is the signal from the RSP-1A, 31.5 decibel signal noise, S9 plus 24. We're only concentrating on the signal to noise because the noise floor is different on the RTL. So I'm going to switch it now to the RTL. So we're going to switch over to the RTL and we're going to see if it's the same. So what was that, about 30 signal to noise, something like that? And there, 30 signal to noise.
Oh dear. Oh well, it's the way it goes, isn't it? So another.
See, there's a lower noise floor there.
Hobby again. When I came back into the hobby, somebody told me that I was now an A license. So I thought, oh, okay, well that's nice.
Yeah, well, all that noise jumping makes me think I cooked my RSP, but actually, it's it was doing it on the on the Malahite as well. But look, this is about similar signal strength on the RSP. on the RTL.
2 gigahertz to 3 gigahertz
Oh.
was where I used to live.
Doppler shift.
Back in the old days.
That's better. I forgot to close the satellite down.
On 23.7s, and on 77s I do television as well, you know, black and white.
Yeah, look.
We're in the middle of the night, you know, 1 o'clock in the morning, I'd put full carrier on.
Now you wouldn't be able to tell the difference now between the RSP1A and the RTL SDR at this point.
All the repeaters and everything about, you know, because of the bandwidth. But it was in the middle of the night, there was nobody there, so it didn't matter, and me and my mate would be chatting.
I'll show you a good test.
And then you got on 23.7s, and
So this is the POXAG frequency. Right. So this is POXAG on the RTL. It doesn't handle strong signals that well. Look at the noise floor, how it's doing with the auto gain. Now, if I stop that and plug in the RSP on the same frequency, it should handle it a little bit better. If I now select the RSP, there you go. It's doing it a little bit. But look at that, a far stronger signal. So on the RTL SDR, you were looking at, what's that, 50 decibel signal to noise? So this is what, 67, 70 decibel signal to noise on this page frequency here, yeah? 64, 64, 64. So if I stop that again and switch over to the RTL SDR, and this is both of them are in full auto gain mode, same antenna, so I've just moved the antenna across. RTL SDR V4, and I've not changed any settings at all. 51. So the RTL SDR is 15 to 20 decibel signal to noise lower on this particular frequency. And I've not changed anything here. There we go. Yeah, I think I might have to just use the RSP1A. I think an antenna splitter and an ADSB filter, and just use the RTL SDR for dump 1090. And then I think then the triple antenna switch, and then the RSP1A for just airband and all that. I think that's going to be the better setup. And then at least then the RTL SDR still gets some use then. Right. On that note, I'm going to reconnect up the RSP. Right, there we go. RSP is connected. Right, on that note, the wife's going to be coming to bed and I actually need to go to sleep because I've got college tomorrow. Part of my job. I've got to go to college and I'll operate some valves. So, on that note, thank you Josh for hanging out for the whole stream. It's been pretty cool to chat with you. Yeah, I've really enjoyed tonight. It's always good when you got someone just chatting away. Otherwise it gets a little bit boring, to be honest with you. So yeah, I'm glad. Yeah, it's been cool. So thanks for watching, and anyone else who's watched and subscribed and everything else. I really appreciate it, and I will catch you guys on the next one.